Hello YouTube, and I am back. So yes, you see the title of the video, you know I'm going to talk about it. So I am going to talk about it as it pertains to fandom and all that stuff. So Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power is basically a prequel show that's on Amazon about, of course, Lord of the Rings and brand new characters and, all that good stuff and whatever, right? So it's been in the works for the past year. And since the casting announcements happened and now the show is coming out, there's been an ongoing, basically harassment of the people who work on the show, people involved with the show. Now the show is out, now they're really hovering down on it, basically being angry that black elves, I'm not sure about black hobbits, but for sure black elves are in the story, since basically Lord of the Rings series has been basically majority white. I'm not sure if the series ever had black characters. Let me put a disclaimer here. I am not a big Lord of the Rings fan. I never read the books, never seen the movies, never been involved in fandom. But what I know about fandom in general, no matter what the fandom is, it could be Lord of the Rings, it could be Star Wars, it could be Doctor Who, it could be Harry Potter, it could be anything. The fact that something like Lord of the Rings and other fandoms that has been around for decades that have basically catered to a majority white audience, you are going to find racism. Point blank period, no matter what. And it's been growing these past few decades, and especially now that everybody got social media, everybody got something to say, everybody got knee-jerk reactions, and people are so easy to come up with conspiracy theories and to radicalize young people and people who are older to think that the white race is being wiped out, whether it be in social stuff in real life or in fiction. And that's what they believe. And their talking points when they talk about this stuff, especially now with Lord of the Rings, with them being so worried and angry that there are black elves in here and they dare to cast black actors in the show, their rhetoric is very, very similar, and it's actually almost the same as racists who have the same rhetoric when it comes to social issues in real life. It really harkens back to the KKK, to Nazis, to white supremacists. You may be saying, Raina, that's going too far. It's just Lord of the Rings. It's just fantasy. People are... No. Because you are not going to gaslight me. No one's going to gaslight me. We all know in recent years, when it comes to social media and all this stuff, these people call any and everything woke. It doesn't matter what this franchise is. Doesn't matter what they do or whatever, they call it woke. And, this happened just recently with Star Wars, and it's been happening for the past few years with a lot of popular entertainment properties. And the reason why these people attach themselves to popular entertainment properties is just to get money, it's just to get followers, and to build up their really horrible and violent ideologies to feel self-important about themselves. And they will say all day, oh, I'm not racist, you're just putting labels on me. No, they are racist. And I'm calling a thing because a lot of these articles and a lot of these people who are talking about this, especially now that Lord of the Rings is being thrown into the hot seat, is because these people need to understand what they're doing, and the larger population need to understand what these people have been doing for these past few years when it comes to these popular, properties and the vitriol that they put in their videos, their tweets, and whatever. Okay. And now today, the official Twitter for the new TV show came out in support of their actors of color, especially black actors. And even the actors from the original movie, Elijah Wood, and the rest of some of the cast of the original Lord of the Rings movie came out in support and saying everyone is welcome here. And it's echoing Star Wars. It's echoing when Ewan McGregor came out in support of Moses. And I just am loving this. If you see my previous videos about Candace Patton, about Star Wars, about everything, you know my stance on this. I wish we've always had this when it came to white actors really standing up for the actors of color, because many a time they're not being taken care of. They're not being set up for. They're often left alone in the situations of being abused ad nauseum. And I'm so happy that these actors, because these black actors on the show in particular, have support, and they're getting support from people within the show and people who were in the original movies. And this is what we're talking about when having allyship from white people, is putting your privilege up and really putting it to the test, and using your privilege, using that to not just protect, but to stand in solidarity with black people in general. But in this case, since to talk about a TV show with the black actors and black creators who were involved in this show. And I love that. And I love that they're not backing down. They put it out there. They're saying we're welcome here and whatever. And if you got a problem with that, then we do not care. And I'm happy that we're seeing more and more of that. These are the same people that are going after She-Hulk. I mean, they're going after anything that does not star or have a majority cast of cis straight white men. Okay, this has been an ongoing problem that's been going on in fandom, within fandom. It's not just people who are on the outside looking for clicks, looking for a quick buck. It's been going on within fandom. There's racism in every single facet of fandom, no matter how queer it is, no matter how, whatever inclusive you think it is. Racism, unfortunately, is always there, just like in real life. And people need to understand that. And if you don't believe that, then that's on you. You're in for a rude awakening, especially if you are black participating in this, because there is, unfortunately, a lot of radicalized black people who have so much self-hatred, so much internalized racism, that they are co-signing these white people and being racist. And when it comes to the terminology of woke has been bastardized by those racists, because that was our language. Woke came from African American, basically our movement, when it goes back to the civil rights movement, probably even further than that. And they've once again bastardized that word, gentrified our word, and now trying to use it against us when talking about certain stuff in fiction or certain stuff in policies and politics that affects people in real life. So yes, like I said, the same rhetoric that these people use, like those YouTubers, and who I'm talking about, and these Twitter users, and who I'm talking about, I probably don't have to name them, are racist. They're using the same terminology that the KKK and white supremacists and skinheads, all of them under the same umbrella. They're using the same exact rhetoric, and they are radicalizing people day after day with their stupid conspiracy theories, their stupid vitriol and violence against these people. And it's not only happening in entertainment, but it's happening in real life. If you look it up on the internet, you'll see, it's not just race, it's also with sexuality, with gender. It goes in so many intersections. It's crazy. So once again, I'm happy that the show got over 20 million views on Amazon. And we could talk about Amazon being a capitalist organization. I mean, all these big studios are. That's no surprise. We all hate Jeff Bezos, eat the rich, all that jazz. But when it comes to this particular show, I do not, hate the creators or whatever. These are creative people who make this show with love and everything. And for the fans who do love this show, I hope that you are in safe spaces where you can discuss this show without the infiltration of racists trying to dictate what you should and should not like. And if they are, recognize that they are racist and that their opinion does not matter and will never matter. And that is my stance on anything. When those people call anything woke, anything whatever, they are racist and their opinions will never matter forever and ever. Amen. Goodbye, YouTube.